watching that. Welcome back in. Let's see, we were yelling John Ward's signature sayings. Now we're talking Seinfeld. I'm not paying attention to our floor director. She's doing a wonderful job. I, however, am not. Welcome back in. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Hell, it's after 12. Nobody cares. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. These folks care. Winter is here and temperatures have dropped. That means you might spot a few creepy crawlers who managed to break into your home. If so, call Southeast Termite and Pest Control for an effective one-time treatment. You can get them out there on a regular basis or just a one-time deal. They come in and take care of your house just the way they take care of my house. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right, back with Chuck Cavaleris, Mike Griffith, Mike Strange, Bob Hodge right here. If you are Mike DeBoard, what's the plan against a Nebraska defense that on paper is with Georgia, Appy State, and Virginia Tech statistically right around top 20 in the nation in yards allowed? What's your plan if you're Mike DeBoard?
Run Josh Dobbs because there's no reason not to.
Yes, amen, underline, exclamation.
I'm glad you let me go first because that's all I've got.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Well, run Kamara. I mean, run Dobbs and Kamara until their legs fall off.
Well, it's almost like you're going to have a true zone read. You know, you're going to let Josh Dobbs actually run what it's supposed to be. If the defensive end crashes down, let him keep the ball and take off.
But
let
he
him make some
ran
plays.
it this year. He just didn't run it 25 times a game, which is what I would do.
I don't think he was very effective with the zone read. I thought he was more effective when he was playmaking
and
after
breaking.
the plays broke down. I didn't think he actually did a good job on the zone read. I thought it was ugly. I didn't think the timing was ever real good, but I thought when Josh made plays after the play.
I also thought the designed quarterback runs looked better than the zone read.
Yeah.
I thought this is a draw off the quarterback. That was more effective than some of the zone read stuff.
And you know,
Go ahead.
last season, didn't we hear a lot more about the scripted plays? The first 20 or 25 plays were scripted and how they seemed to work. Well, this year they started slow, and we didn't hear as much about the scripted play. Are they going to actually come out with something that you think it's like you knew what you were going to try and do?
I don't know. Again, I'm somebody that when I see data, it impacts my thinking. I was critical of Mike DeBoard for much of the season. I didn't like some things about his offense. But when you get to the end of the season, you average 36 points a game, and you've had 4 guys run for 400 yards, and you're number 1 in pass efficiency, and you're tops in red zone, and you're way up there in plays of 25 yards or more, I'm not going to put all this on the offense of being, boy, they screwed up all year long. I think all I'm saying is I think this team is much better when Josh Dobbs is running the football. You've held him back a little. You've put a governor on him. I say take that off, step on it like it's Talladega. No restrictor plates this week.
Well, do what Ohio State did with Barrett in their last game.
30 carries against
30
Michigan.
Carries. I don't have a problem with that. And I agree that the zone reads I thought looked kind of choppy. They never looked smooth, but they did look a little bit better once you got
Kelly
and Kamara, and you weren't doing it with Jalen Hurd anymore. I thought it looked a little bit better, but it never has looked really, really great. Like a lot of times we're running a zone read, but it's really not a zone read. I mean,
It's a non-zone.
I think a lot of that difference too is Hurd wasn't running as hard this year as he was last year, whereas Kelly and Kamara hit it, and I think that also plays a role in how that zone read looks. That Hurd didn't really hit it as hard as he did a year ago. All right, if you're Bob Shoop, you got a banged up starter. You've either got a banged up starter, depending on what they wind up saying. I'll believe it when I see it come Friday.
I'm with you.
But banged up starter, or you've got a backup out there who's only thrown 60 passes on the year. What's your plan if you're Bob Shoop?
I'll tell you one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out trying to blitz less and keep the play in front of me. I thought
Really?
it go back to the South Carolina game. And, Bob, you saw this coming, too. There's the corner blitz. There's a bust in the secondary, and it's a wide-open touchdown for the other team. I think that I would just like to see him, and I know you can blitz some, but I think Tennessee got burned too many times with that. So that's one thing I'm going into this hopefully being more fundamentally sound, making some plays, and less blitz.
I think what I'm going to do is I think they tried to do it against Vanderbilt was we're going to stop you from running the ball, make you throw, and it didn't work. I would probably sort of stick with that a little bit. I think I would make them prove to me that we can throw, and I would probably ask a couple of guys maybe, and I don't know sometimes if I see somebody freelance or I just think they do. I don't know what the play call was, but it seemed like you had some freelancing going on in a couple of positions, and guys would get themselves out of position. Guys, do your assignment. and that'll take care of some of this stuff. And it might have been some guys were freelancing simply because they were trying to do too much.
Derek
We're
Barnett.
beat up. We're
Bob Shoop referenced that Derek Barnett sometimes would go a little.
well. See, I beat him up early in the season, and now that he's an All-American, I wasn't going to
Well, I
say
don't think
anything
it's
bad
beating
about
up.
him
I mean,
again.
you know,
but he was.
All
he
these
was.
guys could improve in
But
certain
some,
areas.
but some
He
of that
spectacular.
was okay. I need to make something happen because we're struggling out here.
What do you guys do if you're Bob Shoop?
Griff?
I'm blitzing more, and you know, Chuck. Even when they don't blitz, there's breakdowns in the secondary. I think the pressure that they can put on Tommy Armstrong or this immobile quarterback in particular force Nebraska to make plays. We've talked about the defense being out there too many plays already. At least if you attack, you're getting your guys off the field one way or another, whether it's a 3 and out or whether it's a home run ball, Chuck. I mean, we know this offense Tennessee's offense can score, but I just think Tennessee's defense is at its best when it's playing aggressively and attacking, especially when you consider all the inexperience and broken assignments. I mean, rather than read and react, I think I would rather just tell the guys to attack the quarterback.
Well, see, you're going where I'm going. Welcome in VFL Sterling Hinton, and I bring you out here. You don't have a mic yet, not that you need one. But my view of what Tennessee should do, I take one from your old coach's playbook. I take one from Johnny Major's playbook, and that would be what?
Attack, attack, attack. Always attack, baby.
There you go.
JTF.
We'll see in a few minutes,
Yes,
Sterling.
sir.
All right, when we come back on the Sports Source, we're going to be talking.
And he didn't have.
He didn't have a mic. No, it's perfect. When we come back, we're going to take a look at all the SEC bowls. Then we're going to talk about our big question, I think. So many people talking about this team underachieved. All right, do you look at these players who are leaving, the Dobbs, the Kamaras, the Suttons, and say these guys rebuilt the program, or these guys were underachievers? We'll discuss. Come on back.